Hi, I'm DrMichell ReunionRetreat, and we are at the Self-Vows Retreat. This is a reunion retreat. It's our first ever, and it has been so amazing. See, these ladies have taken their vows, and we selected a few from various retreats to come back and actually recommit. But boy, was it a surprise to hear the journey, to hear about the triumphs, to hear about the fears, to hear about how they overcame and how they actually love themselves even more, how they are so much more intimate with self, and therefore they show up in the world so much more authentic. So you might be asking, what is the self-vows to have and to hold from this day forward? For better, for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, to death do I part, as long as I shall live. Sound familiar? Well, you were probably at a wedding when you heard these vows, and someone was taking these vows to another. But ask yourself, how can I take these vows, the most important vows, to another without taking them to myself first? Let's just take one vow: to love and to cherish. See, a lot of people tell me that they love themselves, right? But in order to love yourself, you have to like yourself. In order to like yourself, you have to spend time with yourself. So for example, if you're at dinner by yourself, you're not on your phone, you're not on TikTok, you're not on social media, but you are actually spending time with yourself. I want you to know what sets your soul on fire before you try to figure out what sets another person's soul on fire. I want you to identify and figure out your purpose, execute that, and I'm telling you, you will end up finding the one. Because honestly, the one is you. And when you show up in the world authentically you will attract your person. So how do you do it? Click the link below if you are ready for the Self-Vows program, 4 days, 3 nights of pampering, loving you in such a special place, and you learning to love you. Taking the program with sisters and sisterhood and camaraderie, and honestly knowing that you matter, feeling seen. That's what the self-vows is. I look so forward to having a conversation with you. Yes, me, not someone from my team, but me and you. Let's have a conversation about it, okay? Now listen, click that link below and let's talk about it. The self-vows, I really do think, is in your future. You just have to make a choice. I, Tangela, take myself, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better or for worse, in sickness and in health, for richer, for poor, to love and to cherish, to death do our part, as long as I shall live.
As long as I shall live.
Yes. Can I give you a ring?
Yes.
I'm married now.
DrMichell has supported me in so many ways. Emotionally, she has supported me in helping me to really understand how to like myself and also how to love myself. She has really supported me in breaking the shackles off of my life and allowing me to just learn how to live. Physically, she has supported me in helping me to understand how to maintain my tempo, how to look my best and feel my best at all times. And financially, she has supported me by showing me the roadmap of how to reach that millionaire status within my mindset, but also financially in the bank account.
The differences that I've noticed is that I actually value my own life now. I prioritize myself when big decisions need to be made. I check in with me on what I want and what I need at that moment. And that's completely different than where I was just 3 years ago. I would value the opinions of my partner or other people more than myself, and that's how I lived my life. But now I put Monica first.
My experience has evolved from the first time that I took the self-vows to now, because I've grown so much. I'm stronger, I'm wiser. I've learned to put myself first in spite of. I've learned that others will find a way. I don't have to be their way. And I've also realized that I can also help them find a way. I don't necessarily have to be their way. So that's how I've evolved and I've emerged from the first time I took the self-vows.
Being a part of the Self-Vows Retreat has helped me to clearly define who I am and who I want to be. Having to deal with challenges head on, I'm able to show up as that person even on the days that I am sad, happy, frustrated. I am able to still hold my head up high and my shoulders back and speak clearly and communicate well and in a respectful tone, and remember who I am and who I want to show up as every day.
I am honored to be able to come back as an ambassador for the day. This is the first time I was able to be true and authentic to myself. I used to be really good at masking my feeling and my life. I knew how to make things look pretty, but deep down inside I was really broken, hurt, and full of pain. But now I am full of joy, peace, and love.
Michelle has enriched my life with the mission that she has. When I was raised, they told us to hide things. However, I've been learning that transparency and to be vulnerable, and really you don't have to hide everything. You can be true to what's going on. As a grandmother, it has enlightened me on how I speak to my grandkids, how I encourage my grandkids, and to speak positive into their lives. So I've just been blessed by my daughter's mission.
Today's retreat was different for me. Despite not being here for the entire retreat, Dr. Michelle offered the one-day option, and that's what I selected. And I will say that the sisterhood and self-care that was poured into us during this retreat was amazing. Just being able to talk amongst the women from all different walks of life and for us to compare our stories and learn from each other and lean into one another has been amazing. Taking the self-vows, that again today was just a reminder that self-care should always be at the forefront. Thank you, Dr. Michelle, for the reminder, and I will continue to work on my self-care journey. Thank you.
As Dr. Michelle's Master Event Administrator, there are 3 words that come to mind as I elaborate on her role as a mother, grandmother, friend, and the creator of self-vows: consistency, dedication, and love. All of these words combined make her a force to be reckoned with and changing the lives of men and women one vow at a time, and I am proud to work with her and to learn from her.
Today's event has offered me hope just by being in company and in partnership and in community with other women who have experienced some of life's hurdles. Having lost my husband, when you're married, you kind of assume that you'll be with that person for the rest of your life. And so you're always thinking, you know, when the kids are grown, it's just me and you. But now that he has transitioned, I have to figure out a way to turn that focus on to myself. Today was the first step in that journey. To the anonymous donor, I want to convey to them that they're just a true blessing.
I would like to dedicate this retreat to a very special woman, Angel Hunter. We love you, Angel.